For latest updates and short audio clips, follow us on Instagram, Reading the Author.
Hey guys, welcome back to the podcast Reading the Author, a unique show where we read authors' mind and not their book. Meanwhile, I truly believe and pray that you and your families are completely safe and healthy as well. Today we have Smita Das Jain ma'am with us, the author of The Lost Identity and A Slice of Life. Every person has a story. Thank you so much ma'am for coming on our show. We are highly grateful कि आप हमारे शो पर आए.
Good morning, Gaurav, and it's an absolute pleasure to be here. Thank you for inviting me. I actually, enjoy the forums where you talk about the writing process vis-a-vis a specific book about the writer, and that's what enticed me to come here because I firmly believe that we need more writers, and the more we share our knowledge, the more the community will grow.
So I'm before we get into the podcast and know much more about your book, about your vision regarding that, I would request you to please introduce yourself and let our listeners know much more about yourself, your journey of being an author and all those things.
Sure, Gaurav. So I call myself an Indian, having come from a defense background. So my father was in the Indian Army, by virtue of which, my childhood has been spent in all parts of the country. So I literally changed towns and schools every year or a year and a half. My education has been across the corners. And due to which I am a well-traveled person, which has helped me become more flexible and adaptable. And when you travel more, actually, you get to observe more people, you come into contact with different cultures. So as I look back, actually, very early in my formative years, when I was young in primary school, I think that observation has shaped my outlook and also influences my writing, because my writing is about realistic people, real people. And that's where the influences come from, by travels and my ability to observe people keenly. So with regards to writing, my father, even though he's in the army, he had a great penchant for reading and writing. And that's something that he instilled in me from a very young age. So even, when I was in primary school, I was writing articles, even ghostwriting articles for school magazines for my brother and all. And people used to like them, comment on them. But as I grew up, and I was also a very studious child. So if you've seen my background, I'm a BCom honors from SRCC. I cracked my common entrance test for MBA and did my MBA from IIM Indore. After that, in 2007, I got placed in a Big Four firm. So I have 14 years of strategy and leadership experience in corporate world. Now, as I entered, as I gradually grew up and entered my college and then the corporate world, I continued with my writing, but that fictional prose was replaced somewhere by analysis on balance sheets and profit and loss accounts and business articles. So somewhere that creativity, I would say that in my business, content writing was a major part, though not, I would not say that I was a content writing expert, but that was something, an additional quality that I was known for in the field that I was working. But somewhere that creative spark, I had forgotten that I actually loved creative writing. Then back in 2018, while still in my corporate career, just, by chance, I happened to see a creative writing course that was open in Stanford University. It was distance learning. And I enrolled for that while, I was still working in my job. Different time period. So I found myself in Zoom calls and those discussions at 2 a.m. night Indian time, because of course Stanford works in the US time zone. True. And we are talking about days when Zoom was not prevalent as it has become today. It's 2018. Yeah. But that kind of exposure that 6-week course gave me, the kind of people I met, because I met, with writers all across the world. It had a world-class faculty that actually, opened my eyes to the possibility of writing. And I rediscovered that creative writing can be a whole lot of fun. So I would say that year 2018 rekindled my passion with writing, with creative writing, I would say, which I had left somewhere. And I kept on, writing in bits and pieces. That's where actually The Lost Identity came about, my first book, which is a short fiction. So I wrote it somewhere in 2019, and then I circulated it among select group of friends. And the kind of comments that I got is like, it is not based in India. The entire setting and all is abroad of that book. And then the kind of comments I get that this is too good. You need to publish it as that. And, and I actually wrote it sometime in 2019 and I forgot all about it. Till sometime, early this year, that is in 2021, when I happened to come across the manuscript. And I realized that I just saw that it is written by Smita Das Jain, okay? It was a pure Word document and all. And I looked at it and then I realized, had my name not been mentioned, the writing was such that I would have simply applauded that book because it had that kind of quality. And it's not that I'm boasting something and all. I had actually forgotten that I had written all about it. So after a year or years when I revisited, I realized that this is actually good because I'm seeing it from a third perspective and this merits publishing. So that's where, in February 2021, I actually, and when I realized, okay, I want to publish, but I don't want to go that rigorous route of, going to publishers and all. Anyway, it was short fiction. I knew that, no traditional publisher would publish it. That was when I researched and I discovered about the world of self-publishing and Kindle Direct Publishing in particular. And that's when I already had an Amazon account. Who does not nowadays? And then I opened my Kindle account. And then that was basically an exploration on how to do self-publishing. And I realized 2 hours later, after I've opened my Kindle account, my book is up there. It's really, really easy to publish via Kindle.
Definitely.
So that is the genesis of Lost Identity. That's how it came out, purely an experiment for a writer to discover how to self-publish. Of course, the manuscript was there, but it was more for me as a writer.
Okay.
And then, of course, I didn't market it or anything because, as I said, it was more of an exploration. But the kind of response I got, not only from India, the critical acclaim, but from abroad, that's when I realized that, okay, I have something extra in me and I need to give myself a chance. And if I keep on working full time in my corporate job, I would not be able to give the chance for my passion for writing to convert into pursuit. And it so happened 2020 was a COVID year and all. It was a time of introspection for a lot of people. So I was no different. And that is when I looked at what I want from life, how I want to make an impact. And then I also realized that, okay, I'm financially independent. It didn't happen by chance. I had planned my career in such a way. So I realized that, I don't need to work anymore to pay my bills because I have planned my finances in such a way that the money will grow money. So I said, if I actually don't need to work just for the sake of working, let me pause my corporate career and give chance to my passions. And maybe, if I give them enough chance, it might convert into pursuit.
Definitely.
So since April 2021, I'm basically self-employed. I've paused my corporate career. Whether it's a temporary pause or a permanent one depends on how I enjoy myself and how successful my pursuits are going to be. But so far it's been 6 months and I am not missing the corporate world. Despite, people calling me back there. So the first passion I have is writing. Of course, it is right up there. And I write something every day. Not a single day has gone, I think from April 1st or something of this year that I haven't written something.
Okay.
So that is one. Second, I also, empower people. So I am a personal empowerment and executive life coach. And I basically empower busy professionals to create a career they love and live the life they choose and find time for their passions in their busy life. So that is what is keeping me busy, as a coach. I do speaking sessions. I work with clients mostly in the private corporate sector, empower them to take control of their life as I have taken control of mine.
Hmm.
So that's my journey. Okay, so a childhood, a nomad, then the corporate world, creamy de creamy of the institute here, then a repivot, a transformation, and now giving a chance to my passions. I think it's quite an interesting mix if I have to look at it from a third person perspective. It's a story that I would like to pen someday as a fiction.
Definitely, ma'am. Ma'am, what I personally felt that after listening to your journey, the first question in everybody's mind will be like कि जब आपने अपनी एक स्टेबल करियर को स्विच किया ऐसी चीज में जो कि अभी फिलहाल में तो अनस्टेबल था उस वक्त तक, so what was your parents' reaction like, and what was that one thing जिसने आपको मोटिवेट किया ये करने के लिए, इतना बड़ा डिसीजन लेने के लिए लाइफ में? Can you share with us?
Okay. See, Gaurav, actually parents' reaction does not get into the equation because I am an adult now, right? So जब मैं रेबल कर सकती थी शुरू में मैंने बहुत किया था, अब तो मैं उस स्टेज में आ गई हूँ, I can take my own decisions. So I informed my mother. My father is no longer there in this world. So I informed my mother, and the one thing worried about कि तुम तो बहुत काम करती हो, you are a workaholic, तुम छोड़ रही हो without a job, तुम क्या करोगी? And actually that was the reaction. The person that I took into confidence and discussed this is my life partner, my husband. Okay, so I share everything with him, and I'm blessed to have a rock star of a husband. So his worry was the same. He for the past 14 years he has seen me work very hard. Okay, and he has seen me stretch myself, and he has seen me achieve results. But he has the key thing, the key driver is that no matter how successful I was to the world outside, inside I was unhappy. I would not say I was miserable or something, but it's just that, okay, why I'm doing what I'm doing. Okay, I had come at a stage where whatever I do, I wanted it to make an impact on some stranger somewhere, right? And somehow I felt making strategies for clients or delivering PowerPoint presentations, I mean, I might be very good at what I was doing, but am I really making an impact? So that is the reason for me. I question myself when I'm unhappy. And 2020 COVID year, introspection, work from home, I mean, life changed. Okay, I don't need to get into all that. But the thing, once I saw that how everything is uncertain, and the best laid plans can go haywire, I'm like, okay, I don't know what can happen in the next moment. We have just one life, so I need to try what I want to do. And I, after all this degree and all this education, I deserve a chance to be happy. Why do I need to
Definitely.
And if I continue to do whatever I was doing, then I would be unhappy. So that was my driver for taking this decision. The only thing, again, my husband was worried about, coming back to your question, is you are quitting, then you don't have anything. I had a vague idea that, okay, I will write. Okay, and I had a vague idea I need to help people. That time I hadn't decided coaching. So when I remember 18th March 2021 was my last day in the last corporate job that I was working, and I didn't had a concrete plan then ki what will I do. And my husband, I hadn't even started writing daily. I mean, that thought actually hadn't entered my head that I'll be writing something daily. So, my husband was like, what will you do sitting at home? You're not a person who can sit at home, and you are not a person who will take care of the kitchen. I mean, I go to kitchen, but it's not that. I mean, some people are very immersed in housework. That is what gives them happiness, right? I am not that kind. Okay, so he's like, okay, he was like, nahi, tum kuch dhoond lo, because I don't want you to go mad कि मेरे पास कुछ नहीं है, मैं क्या करूँ. So that was the thing. So that was the only thing that he was worried about, that how will I engage myself, and maybe there might be certain fear, though he didn't voice it to me in so many words, but maybe he was like kind of scared that without anything to do, without a certain structure to my day, maybe I would become all the more unhappy. And then was like jaldi se koi dusra job dhoondho aur jao, not because he wanted me to work in the corporate world, but he thought that I won't be as busy to be happy. So that was the only reaction, that bit of apprehension, that bit of scariness, that I would become miserable without anything to do, without a definite plan. So that is it.
Okay, ma'am. So, ma'am, as we know that your book has been released and it's doing really well on Amazon, I just saw. So, can you give us some insights like what a reader can expect from a book who haven't read it yet, and what sort of expectation they can have from that book before buying?
So, Gaurav, I would say very honestly that this book will touch a reader's heart. Because it's full of emotions, and it's a short story collection. I purposely came up with the short story collection as my first paperback because I have looked at myself and I have looked at busy professionals all around me. I come from that world, right? So reading a thick book is an investment on time. So when you read a novel, you take 3 days, or even if you read it in one sitting, it will take, some 5-6 hours at a stretch. And that is an investment of your time. And in today's world, especially busy professionals, you have short attention spans.
True.
Okay. And you don't want to make that time investment. Like, see, for me, an author I know, like a Jeffrey Archer, okay? I wait for his next book. I have pre-ordered his book. Okay. So that is a different relationship. But for a XYZ author whom I have never heard of, why will I try some book?
Definitely.
It will take a lot of effort.
Definitely.
So that is why, my book is targeted at those busy professionals who don't want to make the time investment. So at just about 100 pages in the paperback, the Kindle has actually lesser pages, 85 odd. So, either it's a short story collection. Every story is about realistic characters in a fictional setting. So that is another, I would say, a specialty of my writing. I write only contemporary, fantasy, or something else. I mean, not to say that, anything against those genres, but that is not me. I like to keep my ears to the ground. We are living in a world, okay? So this book is about real people. I would not say, the characters are real, but they're realistic. Okay, so everyone who has read the book, actually people who have come back, they say in some or the other stories, they see themselves. So that is how relatable it is. Yeah, so it is a very, very relatable, this thing. And it's simple English, okay? Even though I have a good vocabulary, but I haven't put any bombastic words or anything because it's written in a language that you and me are speaking in, which is simple, easy to understand, and there is a lot of emotion, so it will touch your heart. So it's a very quick read. At 18 short stories, you can either spend 1.5 hours and finish the book completely, or take it a few stories at a time. Every story will touch you. You'll read it and then get over it. So it is not that heavy duty, or it will not need a time investment on your part. And at the end of the day, you will get the satisfaction of reading a good book. That is something that I can guarantee to you.
Okay. And that's what most people want. Okay, so my next question to you is it seems to be really interesting. So can you share with us what motivates or inspired you to write on these topics, to just choose this topic, something relatable? You could have written something else, what most people are doing, some romance genre, some crime fiction thriller or something like that. So why you have chosen this one?
So actually, if you see The Lost Identity, which was my first book, that was actually a crime thriller. And again, a genre that I like writing in. And and romance is actually my favorite genre. So the first section of the book is actually stories of romance genre. But again, as I said, see, this was my first large scale book, where I was planning to come with a paperback and spend some effort, in publicizing about the book. And I know, as I said, I come from the world of busy professionals who find, who are scared of time.
True.
Okay. As in who have scarcity of time. Scared is the wrong word, but they have scarcity of time. And I know that, whenever I've seen a business sitting, or whenever even I talk about, those few people who read fiction, most of the people from the business world are actually non-fiction readers. But when they read fiction, it is about something that they can relate to. Okay. I mean, that is what they prefer to read. And I'm like, okay, so if coming to think of it as my first full-fledged book, okay, as a new writer, what is it that I can make an impression in? And how can I break through the clutter? So I'm like, okay, I mean, if you look at the country, I think statistics say there are some 2,500 books being published in our country every day. Okay. So that includes fiction, non-fiction, everything. So anyway, there is a lot of competition.
Definitely.
And those 2,500 books, at least 95% will be from first-time books. Okay. So you have new writers, new authors emerging every day. So in this crowded market, I mean, that is where my strategy, this perspective came, that if I were to establish some sort of differentiating factor, what would it be? Another novel, another mystery novel. I mean, every writer writes it, and there are good writers, right?
Yeah.
But okay, so what is it that some people that is missing? And then I also actually, interestingly, back, I think it would be the month of May or June. I don't exactly remember, but I also did a little bit of dipstick on my own, which is basically a Google form, and I shared it on my handles, social media handles, and also, amongst my circle of people. A survey on my coaching as well as on writing to understand where are the readers, what do they like reading, okay, where do they buy books, what is the corner in the bookstore that they would like to go most to. And some insights that I gathered is that people really value their time, and they want to, apart from return on money, it's the return on time that they are also looking at.
That's important.
So something should be looking at. And secondly, short stories came out as a genre. It's not that I asked directly about the genres, but when you connect the dots, when you say people say they are short of time, and they have a lot of resources, competing for their leisure time, because work time तो time है, उसमें तो आप नहीं include कर सकते. So the leisure time is very, very precious, and they are like, the novels are long and बहुत सारे words होते हैं, patience नहीं है इतना पढ़ने का. And when you connect the dots, then you realize, okay, short story is something
which can break the ice,
जिसमें potential, which can entice them. Secondly, there are very few good short story authors, especially in India. I mean, not to deride those who are already writing, maybe I don't know those, but actually आप किसी अच्छे writers जो India writers है, I mean the Chetan Bhagat, the Ravinder Singh, the Durjoy Dattas, the Preeti Shenoys, all of them write novels, right?
Yeah.
So when you think about short stories, there is actually no Indian writer you can think of who writes
we
short
hardly
stories.
think of any.
Then I'm like, this is a genre जो uncrowded भी है, and जिसका potential है, because people are looking for quick reads. So why don't I tap into that, and why don't I start with it? So that was the idea, to come up with a short story collection first. Though conventional, if you go to any writing workshops, advice यही मिलेगा, start with a novel, then go to short stories. That is the conventional advice I got. And I actually have a novel draft written. I finished it way before I wrote the first story in this collection. I'm currently editing that draft. But based on that dipstick and based on my gut feel, then I decided, okay, my first full-fledged book has to be a short story. And let me establish myself. Let me see how the response is. Let me hear some feedback about myself as a writer. I think I have potential, but do the readers think so? And if all goes well, then I will come up with my novel and my following books. But let me start with a short story. So that was how it came.
Okay. So what I can personally feel, and what I will recommend to most of the upcoming writers, to do such sort of homeworks before you publish the book, so that you can get the exact idea of the target audience. And that's really something commendable. It's the first time I have heard any writer doing so lots of homework, what we can say, that pre-work to be done, and that's really commendable, ma'am.
Thank you, Gaurav. Everyone has their own style. Okay, and of course I have a history, I mean, being a student from a premier management institute of the country and being in the strategy domain. I mean, what you learn, it stays with you, right? So even though corporate world is very different from publishing, but yeah, there are learnings that I brought from there to my own venture here. So that's how I look at it.
So ma'am, like, can we expect more such books from you, like, or you want to experiment on some other genres as well? Like, what's upcoming next?
So I mentioned about a novel whose first draft I had finished even before I started writing the first story about on a slice of life. So basically, I am currently editing the fourth draft of that novel.
Okay.
So that is something that I plan to come out with. That will definitely be my next. Again, it's a very different novel. The one thing, drawing on my experiences in the corporate world. I mean, of course, it's fiction. But if you have actually read my book, you'd realize that my characters are always realistic. And for realistic characters, one is the emotions and everything. Second is the background has to be, seem like real, the setting. So that's where, again, I've read many novels in India, but I don't think we have any which is, which has corporate world as a setting and explores, what goes, the aims and ambitions and what goes behind the scenes. So that is what my next novel is going to be about. And see, as I said, I write something every day. So in a week, at least I will come out with 2 short stories, and I keep on writing those stories. So which are published on various literary platforms like Story Mirror, Penmancy, Women's Web. In fact, last month I got the Author of the Month award from Women's Web for one of my stories. So that is something I will continue to do. So even as we speak, earlier in the morning, I finished a draft of my story, which I plan to submit to Women's Web. So those writing will keep on happening. So that is something that will happen, whether in the form of a book or some other format. That is actually, but yeah, the writing process will go on.
Okay. So ma'am, my next question to have this podcast is like, most of the authors are, focusing on their personal branding. Like they want to create a certain sort of impact on their reader's mind when they, कि अगर कोई आज से 2 साल बाद भी आपकी बुक उठाए तो उसके माइंड में एक सर्टेन इम्पैक्ट आना चाहिए कि अच्छा इन्होंने बुक लिखी है तो वो कैसी होगी. So is there any sort of strategy do you also have, or do you work on this कि reader के mind में क्या impact आना चाहिए आपकी बुक को देख के? Any sort of that thing?
गौरव, कोई स्ट्रैटेजी ऐसे सोचा तो नहीं था. आई मीन पहले फॉर अ स्लाइस ऑफ लाइफ स्ट्रैटेजी यही थी कि लोग पहले जाने कि स्मिता दास जैन करके कोई ऑथर है. ओके, लीव असाइड की ब्रांड क्या है, बिकॉज़ आई वाज कमिंग फ्रॉम अ वेरी डिफरेंट वर्ल्ड. And I'm satisfied, thinking कि April 1st of this year, जब मैंने बोला, when I told you I was a woman without a plan. And from there, on 16 September, जब तक वो book release हुई थी, I mean, even before the book was released, at least people in the writing community had started knowing who I was. And now, of course, it has only increased after the book has released. So I'm grateful for that. So most, I would not say strategy that, but yeah, whatever, I work towards that consciously. So that has, in some part succeeded. Okay. Now the feedback that I've got from the readers from the book, and most of it I've actually put it on reviews, that one particular story in the book, most of the readers seem to have liked it, and there are a lot of comments and reviews and even some personal messages that needs to be explored as a full-fledged novel. Okay, so not that I was thinking along those lines, but so many feedback has come, so that idea has gone into my head now. Maybe it will turn into something. But the thing is, what I looking at those review and looking at the messages that I am receiving, I'm feeling that, what people are relating to me is that, a contemporary author with fresh stories with a new perspective. And every story has a twist. Not that my book is a thriller or anything, but the twist element is actually constant in all the stories. I mean, the thing is, the word that I start writing about seems something different, but in the end, it turns out to be something completely different. So so I think that's what people will come to associate with me, that that they would be surprised at the ending of my stories. So that is an element that I intend to maintain, that surprise element in all my writings.
Okay.
Keeping the readers guessing. I mean, readers should expect that, okay, whatever I'm thinking, I'm all wrong, because the ending is going to be something else. Not that not necessarily it is, even if it's not in the mystery genre. Like, none of my stories in this book, A Slice of Life, is in the mystery genre, but still readers are very much surprised by ending in most of the stories. So yeah, so the twist element is something. So relatable emotions, realistic characters, simple English, and twist endings.
What they can
I think
expect.
that is the brand, is what I would like to build on as an author based on the response to this book.
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, like as we have discussed earlier, like you have mentioned, like there are thousands of books being published on a very rigorous level, and after COVID, what I can feel, the numbers of writers are getting increased day by day. So what sort of competition do you feel in this industry, like a sort of neck to neck competition, or you are someone who feels कि content में या फिर अगर creativity में देखा जाए तो यहाँ पे कोई competition नहीं होता, सभी अपनी रेस में भाग रहे हैं. So what's your take on this?
No, actually, Gaurav, maybe it's because of my background. 14 साल ना corporate world में काम करके बहुत competitive हो ली मैं. And I actually, and very honestly, I realized कि rat race पे रह के कोई फायदा नहीं होता. आप race पे भी हो, you will still remain a rat. And I don't want to be a rat. Okay, I am a human being. So, I mean, ये शायद philosophical answer लग रहा है, but this is something, I really, really believe in. And writing is something, I don't compete with anyone. I get inspired by other writers, honestly. But it's especially when I talk about fiction. Maybe मैं non-fiction भी लिखूं, शायद लिखूंगी, because मैंने anyway business में इतना time spend किया है, तो मैंने वैसे भी काफी सारा लिखा है. But right now, my plan is fiction. I mean, I love creative writing, which is only, which is largely fiction. So उसमें ना, see, creative writing is for one's own satisfaction. Okay. So at the end of the day, I should be satisfied with what I have written. And of course, I should make it a sincere effort. कि, I mean, एक तो story होती है, उसके बाद उसे polish करके editing करना, error free करना, so that वो सब वो jarring ना लगे when you read it and all. So I mean, that is something. So as long as I am satisfied with what I have written, I think I'm fine. So I am actually not looking at competition. वो competition की जो आप बात कर रहे हो ना, like it is when you market your book, and that is actually also not competition, that is positioning. That as I explained to you about A Slice of Life, मुझे लगा बहुत सारे authors है, तो मैं भी हूँ, तो लोग मेरे बारे में थोड़ा अलग कैसे जाने, considering I'm a first time author, a newcomer. So that was more about positioning. But I didn't compete with anyone, and I don't intend to. I mean, actually, as of now, I have learned to, that never does not mean never. तो आपको कभी never नहीं बोलना चाहिए. But at least, sitting on 5th of October, 11:06 a.m. IST, I can honestly say कि मैं competition नहीं देख रही हूँ. मेरा खुद
It's on record now. Yeah.
हाँ, yeah. So the thing is, मेरा competition, हाँ, एक चीज मैं हमेशा ध्यान रख रही हूँ कि I write something every day. That is the only thing my target is. That is where I'm competitive. कि मुझे हर दिन at least 500 words तो लिखने ही लिखने हैं.
Okay.
It need not be कि fiction हो. Okay, but it has to be some right. I write blogs also. Okay, I write business articles also. मेरा coaching business है, उसके लिए भी मुझे long form content करना पड़ता है. और अगर कुछ नहीं समझ आ रहा, अपनी musings लिखो. How the day went, or how do you envisage the day to be. So that is something I'm very, very disciplined about. And that is something, like, बीच में मैं बीमार भी थोड़ी पड़ी, but तब भी, I made it a point, नहीं, मुझे लिखना तो है. Okay, क्योंकि हाथ चल रहे हैं. So that is the attitude I have, and yeah, that is something that I intend to do. So I think when you asked about competition, that is the only thing that I need to, that I want to be competitive about. That's it.
So ma'am, like, here's my next question for you. Like, you have shared that you write every day 500 words, no matter whether it's fiction, non-fiction, business article, anything you just write. But ma'am, when you were new to this routine, what I can feel, there must be some sort of block or something like that, because आपकी ऐसी habit नहीं थी कि आप daily इतना लिखें. और बहुत सारे लोग अभी भी होंगे जो सोचना चाहते होंगे डेली लिखने का, बट क्योंकि उनकी हैबिट नहीं है और वो उतने कंसिस्टेंट भी नहीं है, इस वजह से उनके पास ऐसे आइडियाज भी नहीं आते. सो हाउ डिड यू टैकल ऑल दोस थिंग्स इन योर अर्ली डेज? कैन यू शेयर विद अस सो दैट many listeners can be take benefit from this?
That's actually a very good question, Gaurav, and I'm happy you asked, because one of the reasons for me to come to this podcast is share my knowledge, with the larger writing community. So it took a lot of effort, it took a lot of discipline, okay, and it was also about finding the right time, because writing is not the only thing I was doing. मैंने coaching business भी उसी time start किया था, वो practice, and there were a lot of courses I was doing. I was trying to establish that also. So दिन में बहुत कुछ हो जाता था. Like I used to open my laptop, I write in plain old Word document, okay, if not the diary and the pen, but that's my this thing. And कभी कुछ फोन कॉल आ रहा है, कभी व्हाट्सएप नोटिफिकेशन आ रहा है, कभी माय डॉटर की ऑनलाइन क्लासेस हो रही है, सो आई हैव टू लुक इनटू इट. सो द पॉइंट इज बहुत सारे डिस्ट्रैक्शंस होते थे. एंड कभी इनिशियली देयर वाज अ टाइम, ऑब्वियसली जब आप स्टार्ट करते हो आपको ये लगता है क्या लिखूं, ओके, सो आई मेड अ रेजोल्यूशन, ओके, आई एम गोइंग टू राइट समथिंग एवरी डे. बट आई एम लाइक कि कोई दिन होता था, अरे मैं क्या लिखूं, बिकॉज मेरे दिमाग में कुछ आ नहीं रहा. सो व्हाट डू आई डू अबाउट इट? So two things, okay. I realized that the beginning is the hardest part.
Okay.
अगर आपको कुछ नहीं समझ आता ना, आप एक वर्ड लिखो, फिर दूसरा वर्ड लिखो, तीसरा वर्ड अपने आप आ जाएगा. So just move your finger. I mean, you might think कि नहीं मैं ऐसे ही बोल रही हूँ, but that's the way I still write most of the time. और शुरू में फिर मैंने ऐसे किया कि बस मुझे लिखना है. मेरे को I don't want to focus on what I'm writing. बिकॉज जब मैंने लिखा था ये सोच के नहीं लिखा था मुझे बेस्ट सेलिंग ऑथर बनना है. इट इज जस्ट लाइक कि राइटिंग के ग्रूव में डालना है. एंड दैट इज द थिंग, यू नीड टू बी पैशनेट अबाउट द आर्ट इटसेल्फ एंड नॉट द रिजल्ट. अगर मैं ये सोच के लिखती कि मुझे बेस्ट सेलिंग ऑथर बनना है किसी दिन, तो मैं बहुत सोचती क्या लिखूं, कैसे लिखूं, उस नाम क्या होगा, ये क्या होगा. बट दैट्स नॉट व्हाट आई स्टार्टेड. I started with a plain old blank word document and I started to put the first word जो भी मेरे दिमाग में आए. So if the first word that comes to me on a particular day with grass, जब मैं सुबह उठ के screen खोलती हूँ, then I just grass and then I write whatever next comes next. Okay? So that way, be spontaneous. Don't plan, especially when you are a beginner. Just focus on putting some words to paper. ये मत देखो किसके लिए लिख रहे हो, क्यों लिख रहे हो, ऑडियंस क्या है, ऑडियंस को पसंद आएगा कि नहीं, खुद को भी पसंद आएगा कि नहीं. Initially when you started, your aim should only be to get into the groove. Okay, तो कुछ भी लिखो but लिखो. Okay, and the second thing what worked for me, okay, I tried various time combinations and I realized writing एक process है जिसमें आपको focus और concentration चाहिए. Okay, so when you are caught up in the daily grind, आप लिख भी रहे हो, आपका flow टूटेगा ही टूटेगा because interruptions होंगे. So now I have made it a habit that I get up early in the morning and I start to write. So my time of writing every day is 5 to 7 a.m. in the morning.
Okay.
When the entire world is sleeping. So मैं 5 बजे उठती हूँ, I wash my face and I open my laptop and I see this blank word document and I start to key in my words. So at least 5 to 6:30. I mean that's the time. 6:30 के बाद तो फिर मेरे घर में फिर भी लोग उठने लगते हैं. But at least for those 1.5 hours to 1 hour 45 minutes, there is no interruption. उस टाइम पूरी दुनिया सोती है. So you'll not get bothered by the WhatsApp notification. Will not get bothered by the phone call.
True.
And so when you start something, you actually have a lot of concentration. I mean सबका time अलग-अलग होता है. So I'll advise the reader, the aspiring writers, to find their own time zone that works best for them. When they think they're at their productive best, and when they think उन्हें कोई interruption नहीं होगा, and they should actually use that time for writing. Like for me, that time is 5 to 7 a.m. Or I should say 5 to 6:45 a.m. every morning. Yeah.
Okay, ma'am. So I'm like, we have talked about your journey, we have talked about your vision and all those things regarding the book. Now coming to the time when first book was about to release, not even first book, when your second book was about to release, like, what was going at the back of your mind? Like, do you feel stressed, or were you excited? Have you आपने कोई benchmark set किया हुआ था कि मेरी बुक को इतना सेल करना चाहिए, इतने लोगों तक पहुंचना चाहिए? Like, what was going on your mind at that time?
मेरा माइंड में बस ये था कि लोग बुक खरीदे एंड कुछ अच्छे रिव्यूज आए, ओके, एंड दैट वाज इट. एंड आई मीन इतना टाइम नहीं हुआ है वो बुक रिलीज हुए, दैट वाज 16 सितंबर, राइट, एंड इट्स नॉट इवन बीन अ मंथ. And I still remember, and the paperback is done by Notion Press. I opted for self publishing, but Kindle जो KDP version है मैं खुद ही देख रही थी. So it was my responsibility to upload, see the formatting, do the promotion, वो KDP का कैसे करना है, कैसे position करना है and everything. So बहुत सारे marketing steps थे, which is necessary if you're a first time author and a self published one as that. Because जब तक लोग जानेंगे नहीं कि आपकी बुक है, खरीदेगा कौन, और लोग खुद को नहीं जानेंगे तो मार्केट तो आपको ही करना पड़ेगा. तो there was something, I'm like, okay, क्या करूं, कैसे करूं. अच्छा, 16 सितंबर को इस टाइम IST ये हो जाएगा, so मेरे वेबसाइट में ये होना चाहिए, मेरे हैंडल्स में इन्फॉर्मेशन जाना चाहिए, मेरा व्हाट्सएप स्टेटस मैसेज ये होना चाहिए, so that लोग देखे. So there is a lot of things that was going on. Okay, the good thing was that I'm a organized person in real life. While in writing I'm a tenuous writer, but as a person I'm very, very organized. So the good thing is, I had written down everything. Ki, I mean, 15 days before the book launch, मुझे ये करना है. These are the aspects I need to take care of. On the day of the book launch, these are the aspects I need to take care of. 15 days after the book launch, these are the aspects I need to take care of. So actually, this habit came in handy because, I still remember 15 September तो रात को मुझे नींद ही नहीं आई थी. I don't know how I slept, but I woke up very early on 16 September. मैं वैसे भी 5 बजे उठती हूँ. उस दिन तो मेरी I think 3 बजे ही नींद खुल गई थी. And once I woke up, I decided not to get back to sleep. I, opened my list. जो I will open my laptop, उसमें to do list मिली जो launch day की activity list थी, and I started doing those. I checked Kindle, Amazon, and I realized that okay, book आ चुकी है, and the paperback was also available. Then I started putting those posts and doing those activities, जो basic Goodreads पे ये डालना है, and website में ये डालना है, और ये message भेजना है, और ये mailing list को ये mail भेजना है. So all those things, तो मैं 3 बजे से 5 बजे तक तो यही करती रही, because it was early part of the day and because I had everything listed down. तो तब तक सब हो गया. And then 5 to 6:30 I wrote. As I said, that is my writing time.
Yeah,
so that was something.
not compromised.
No, not at all. I mean, कभी हो सकता है कि वो टाइम कॉम्प्रोमाइज हो, मे बी 5 to 6:30 कभी कुछ और आ जाए. हालांकि चांसेस कम है बिकॉज ऑफ द नेचर ऑफ दैट आवर, बट हो कभी कुछ और आता है. सो वो ब्लॉक में फिर दिन में कभी और टाइम निकाल देती हूँ, बट डेली राइटिंग तो करती है. सो दैट्स व्हाट, ओके, मेरा माइंड नहीं था बिकॉज माई माइंड वाज स्टिल वरीड अबाउट माई बुक, बट देयर वाज अ स्टोरी दैट आई नीडेड टू फिनिश because I had to submit it in some other platform. तो उसकी भी डेडलाइन आ रही थी. So somehow I pushed myself कि नहीं, डेली तो लिखना है और स्टोरी फिनिश करनी है. So I went on and wrote, and उसके बाद the day went about as it is. मतलब काफी कुछ ये था. So yeah, that was how my reaction was. I would say nervous excitement, if I were to call it. ये ऐसा था.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's how it went.
Okay. And ma'am, like, as of now, what's your current mental state, like as a person, या फिर as an author? What are the things which you are focusing upon?
So actually, I'm in a happy space right now, Gaurav, and I'm very fortunate and grateful to God because of being in that space. Because जो response मुझे book के लिए मिला है, okay, for a first time. For a new writer, a first time author, that has been tremendous. Okay.
Okay.
So I'm in a very happy space. मेरा चैलेंज थोड़ा ये है बिकॉज यू नो बुक रिलीज हुआ है, बिकॉज ऑफ द रिस्पॉन्स इट इज गेटिंग. मैंने क्या सोचा था कि ठीक है, सी आई लाइक राइटिंग. मार्केटिंग इज समथिंग व्हिच आई थिंक यू नो डिट्रैक्ट, नॉट डिट्रैक्ट्स, बट इट कीप्स मी अवे फ्रॉम राइटिंग. जितना टाइम मैं मार्केटिंग को दे रही हूँ, मतलब दिन में तो 24 घंटे ही होते हैं ना, दैट मीन्स मेरे राइटिंग का तो टाइम कम ही हो रहा है ना.
True.
So I had actually thought that you know book release होगी, ठीक है, book release के थोड़े टाइम पहले मार्केटिंग करूंगी, book release होगी उस दिन, maybe a week after book release, and those activities will cease. But response ऐसा मिला है, then I think there is a lot of things कि थोड़ा मैं और try करूं और भी अच्छा मिलेगा. So so my challenge is actually that you know in सब के बीच में amidst all the activities, you know, now more time is going on social media activities. Okay. More time is going on such interactions that I'm having with you. Nothing against this interaction, but the thing is मेरा time तो जा रहा है. There is an opportunity cost. So how to keep focused amidst all this to continue to write? Because see, मैं कितनी भी मार्केटिंग कर लूं, कितना भी आपके साथ कॉन्वर्सेशन कर लूं, और ये बुक अच्छी भी जा रही है, बट आई नीड टू कम अप विद मोर बुक्स ना. नहीं तो लोग तो ऑब्वियसली मतलब 6 महीने 1 साल बाद लोग भूल जाएंगे. अटेंशन स्पैन ही कितना है. उसके लिए तो फिर रॉ मटेरियल तो मुझे ही देना पड़ेगा ना, लिखना तो मुझे ही पड़ेगा. बिल्कुल. तो ऑब्वियसली कोई और तो लिखेगा नहीं, एंड दैट इज व्हाट आई लव. बट इस सब टाइम में मैं वो कैसे करूं, अपने कोर गोल से कैसे डिट्रैक्ट ना हो कि ठीक है ये सब करना है. आई मीन दीज एक्टिविटीज आर आल्सो इम्पोर्टेंट, but the thing is, how do I still continue to devote more time to my core passion, which is writing? And also, you know, that setting up my coaching practice, I told you okay, I started it along the same time, and that has also, I mean, by God's grace, दो नई चीज एक ही साथ pursue करना, but both of them have picked up well. But the thing is, again, जितना टाइम इन एक्टिविटीज में जा रहा है, I mean, चलो ये तो फिर भी राइटिंग से रिलेटेड है, but how do I devote more time to my coaching practice, because उसमें भी बहुत potential है, and that's a business. So how do I grow my business, and how do I manage 2 parallel careers? So ये सब, but I would still say it's a good problem to have. Okay? And and शुरू में मैंने बोला था, मेरे husband was worried कि तुम्हारे पास कोई प्लान नहीं है, तुम तो क्या करोगी खाली बैठ के. Now he actually tells me, तुम्हें तो इतना बिजी मैंने कभी नहीं देखा. When you were in the corporate world, तुम जितना बहुत बिजी थी, अभी तो तुम उससे डबल बिजी हो गई. अगर तुम मुझे बताती नहीं, मुझे पता भी नहीं चलता तुम्हारी फुल टाइम जॉब नहीं है. And I actually don't think कि मेरी फुल टाइम जॉब नहीं है, because having your own venture, be it writing or be it your coaching practice, it's actually a full time commitment.
Definitely. In fact, it's, you know, more hard than doing any other job.
Yeah, that's true. But I would say I'm still in a happy space. All the problems I have are good problems to have. So I am not complaining. भगवान ऐसी और problem दे, इसी lines में वो चलेगा.
Okay, ma'am. So my last question to you of this podcast is like, what are your advices for the upcoming authors? Like, there must be many people who will be, you know, start writing after listening to this podcast, or who will be holding their draft in their hand, in their laptop, and they were about to just, you know, publish them. So what will be that, if I can say that a single piece of advice for them, then what would be?
First, be disciplined. Okay, don't think of writing as a hobby. हॉबी ये होता है जो आप स्पेयर टाइम में करते हो, एंड इफ यू परस्यू राइटिंग लाइक दैट, वो स्पेयर चीज ही रह जाएगी. I mean, good. If you are, you know, if you're a hobbyist writer and you want to pursue it as a spare thing, that's fine. But if you're serious, you have to be disciplined. So, like, way to be disciplined is to promise to myself to write something every day, okay, and to find time for it. And because मेरे को दिन में नहीं टाइम मिलता था, I used to get up at 6:30 every day. I changed that time to 5 a.m. Okay, so time मिलेगा. So you have to take it seriously. You have to be disciplined. Writing is a hell lot of hard work. You have to find time for it. Now, second thing I would say, okay, don't underestimate yourself. I'm not saying you expect. First, don't be hard on yourself. Don't expect perfectionism from yourself. but don't also underestimate your abilities. Okay, I was so skeptical about slice of life, जबकि जिन्होंने पहले पढ़ी थी वही कहा था नहीं स्टोरीज बहुत अच्छी है, but till the first day, okay, I was like कि क्या रिव्यूज आएंगे, and nobody was surprised more than me जब मेरे स्टोरीज को 4 और 5 stars मिल रहे हैं. Okay, people around me were not at all surprised. I was the biggest, I was the one who was most surprised. But यही है कि maybe I underestimated myself. I'm not saying be proud, be boastful, but अपनी abilities को पहचानो, because there's so much potential. Okay, I mean before the book released, I really believe in God, so I just prayed to him कि मेरी ना 1 महीने में 100 copies भी बिक जाए तो I would be happy. And what happened that within the first weekend I sold 200 copies. The first weekend. And it went on to become the number 1 in Kindle store the first Saturday and Sunday of its release. It is still in double digits in Kindle store. And somebody when I paid कि 1 महीने में 100 कॉपी बिक जाए, वो फर्स्ट वीकेंड तक ही 200 कॉपीज बिक गई थी. I mean, जो भी है, I think I somehow underestimated myself. Readers इतने, they are the best judge. So if they thought they were worthy of it, I mean, the book is worthy, so it has to be worthy. So don't basically limiting dreams mat rakho apna. Aspire for the best thing, but work hard for it. And kabhi apna potential underestimate nahi karo, but usko realize karne ke liye you have to be disciplined. See, there is no shortcut to hard work, be it in fiction or in life. So you have to hard work for the results.
Okay, so that's all for today, guys. I hope you must have enjoyed this episode, and if you do, then do follow our podcast Reading the Author, available on all the leading podcast platforms. And don't forget to buy and read the book. Just go on Amazon and search स्मिता दास जैन मैम की दोनों बुक्स आ जाएंगी. जरूर खरीदें, पढ़ें और अपने जानने वालों के साथ, चाहने वालों के साथ जरूर शेयर करें. Thank you so much, ma'am, for coming on our show. It was truly an amazing experience to have you on our show today.
Likewise, Gaurav. Thank you for having me here.